The Equinox Gym in Hudson Yards is exactly what you'd expect from a fitness facility that charges $800 per month for membership and requires a personal recommendation from 2 existing members plus a credit check and background investigation. The locker room smells like eucalyptus and expensive cologne instead of sweat from meathead losers. The towels are Egyptian cotton and the amenities include cold-pressed juices and imported mineral water and skincare products that cost more than most people's monthly rent. When I walk through the main workout area, I can feel other members looking at me with a mixture of envy and intimidation because my body represents thousands of hours of disciplined training and pharmaceutical enhancement that most people don't have the intelligence or resources to achieve. My personal trainer Chad is waiting for me at the squat rack wearing what appears to be Lululemon athletic wear that probably costs $300 for the complete outfit. His tank top is made from some synthetic fabric blend that wicks moisture and provides compression support. His shorts are fitted but not tight with a 9-inch inseam that shows off his quadriceps development. His shoes are Nike Metcon 8 in black and white that cost $150 and are designed specifically for cross-training and Olympic lifting. His body fat percentage is probably around 6%, which is impressive for someone who doesn't have access to the pharmaceutical-grade supplements and peptides that I use to maintain my physique. Chad went to some state university where he probably studied exercise science or kinesiology and learned basic principles of human anatomy and biomechanics. He's certified by NASM and ACSM, which means he passed multiple-choice tests about muscle groups and training methodology but doesn't understand advanced concepts like growth hormone manipulation or insulin sensitivity optimization. His annual income is probably around $80,000, which sounds reasonable until you realize that he's dependent on wealthy clients like me for his livelihood and could be replaced by any number of equally qualified traders who are willing to work for less money. Preston, Chad says while adjusting the barbell to accommodate the 415 pounds that I'll be squatting for my warm-up set. How are you feeling today? Any soreness from Tuesday's session? I don't experience soreness, I reply while beginning my dynamic warm-up routine that includes hip circles and leg swings and glute activation exercises. Soreness is for people who don't understand proper recovery protocols and supplement timing. This is technically true because my recovery stack includes growth hormone and IGF-1 and various peptides that accelerate muscle repair and reduce inflammation. I also use a hyperbaric oxygen chamber and infrared sauna and compression therapy that most people can't afford or access. When you have unlimited resources, you can optimize every aspect of human performance, including recovery and adaptation and pain management. Right, Chad responds with the kind of nervous laugh that people use when they don't understand whether someone is joking or being completely serious. Well, let's start with some mobility work and then move into your compound movements. The mobility routine takes exactly 12 minutes and involves stretching exercises that are designed to improve hip flexibility and ankle mobility and thoracic spine rotation. While I'm performing these movements, I'm watching other gym members and analyzing their bodies and training routines and social status based on their workout clothes and exercise selection. Most of them are clearly amateurs who don't understand basic principles of progressive overload or periodization or pharmaceutical enhancement. There's this middle-aged businessman wearing Under Armour gear that probably costs $200 but looks cheap because of the synthetic fabric and generic styling. He's doing bicep curls with 20-pound dumbbells while checking his phone between sets, which suggests that he views exercise as a social media opportunity rather than a serious training stimulus. His body fat percentage is probably around 20% and his muscle mass suggests he's never lifted anything heavier than his briefcase. When he makes eye contact with me, I can see the insecurity in his expression because he knows that he's sharing space with someone who operates at a completely different level of physical development. The squat session begins with 415 pounds for 8 repetitions, which is more weight than most people can deadlift for a single rep. The barbell is a Rogue Ohio power bar that costs $395 and is designed specifically for powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting. The weight plates are Rogue calibrated steel that cost $15 per pound and are accurate to within 10 grams. When I descend into the squat position, I can feel my quadriceps and glutes and hamstrings working in perfect coordination to control the eccentric portion of the movement. When I drive upward through my heels, the weight feels light because my central nervous system has been trained to recruit maximum motor units through years of progressive overload and pharmaceutical enhancement. Beautiful form, Chad says while spotting me from behind with his hands positioned near my lower back in case I fail a repetition. Your depth is perfect and your knee tracking is textbook. The compliment is meaningless because I've been squatting heavy weights since college and understand biomechanics better than most personal trainers. My form is perfect because imperfect form leads to injury and injury interferes with training consistency, and training consistency is essential for maintaining the kind of physique that intimidates other men and attracts women who are willing to do things that their boyfriends can't afford to pay for. Between squat sets I consume a supplement mixture that includes branched-chain amino acids and citrulline malate and beta-alanine and pharmaceutical-grade stimulants that increase focus and pain tolerance. The mixture costs $60 per serving and provides neurological enhancement that allows me to train at intensities that would hospitalize normal people. While I'm drinking this mixture, I notice a woman on the leg press machine who has an incredible ass and perfect tits that are definitely enhanced but proportional to her frame. She's wearing aloe yoga leggings that cost $120 and show every contour of her lower body. Her sports bra is from the same brand and provides support without completely concealing her cleavage. Her shoes are Nike Air Max 270 in white and rose gold that cost $150 and coordinate perfectly with her workout outfit. Her hair is pulled back in a high ponytail that reveals her facial structure and suggests good genetics or expensive plastic surgery or both. When she performs the leg press movement, I can see her quadriceps and glutes contracting under the thin fabric of her leggings. Who is that? I asked Chad while nodding toward the leg press machine. That's Jade, Chad replies while loading more weight onto the barbell for my next set. She's a fitness influencer. Has about 2 million followers on Instagram. Promotes supplements and workout programs and athleisure brands. This information makes her significantly more interesting because fitness influencers are essentially prostitutes who sell access to their bodies through social media content and supplement sponsorships. They understand that their value is based entirely on their physical appearance and their ability to maintain the fantasy that their followers could achieve similar results through hard work and expensive products. Most of them are willing to do anything for the right price, including things that they would never post on their social media accounts. Does he train here regularly? I ask while beginning my second set of squats with 455 pounds. Tuesday and Thursday mornings, Chad responds while maintaining his spotting position. She usually does lower body workouts and posts content for her Instagram stories. The second squat set requires more concentration because the additional weight activates different motor recruitment patterns and creates greater mechanical stress on my joints and connective tissues. During the eccentric portion of each repetition, I can feel the weight trying to crush me into the floor, but my legs are strong enough to control the descent and reverse the movement with explosive power. The combination of progressive overload and pharmaceutical enhancement has created muscle fibers that are literally superhuman in their capacity for force production. After completing the squat workout, we move to the deadlift platform where I'll be pulling 515 pounds for multiple sets. The deadlift is my favorite exercise because it involves lifting more weight than any other movement and demonstrates total body strength in the most primal way possible. There's something deeply satisfying about grabbing a heavy barbell and ripping it off the floor using nothing but raw muscular power and mental focus and pharmacological enhancement. The deadlift platform is made from solid rubber and steel and designed to withstand thousands of pounds of impact force when the weight is returned to the floor. The barbell is another Rogue Ohio power bar with aggressive knurling that provides secure grip even when my hands are sweating from exertion and stimulant-induced thermogenesis. When I approach the bar, I can feel my nervous system preparing for maximum effort by increasing heart rate and respiratory rate and releasing stress hormones that enhance strength and pain tolerance. Remember to keep your lats tight and your chest up, Chad instructs while positioning himself to observe my lifting technique. Drive through your heels and finish with your hips. The coaching cues are unnecessary because I understand deadlift biomechanics better than most powerlifting coaches, but I appreciate Chad's attention to detail because proper form prevents injury, and injury would interfere with my ability to maintain physical superiority over other men. When I grab the barbell, my hands are positioned just outside my legs with mixed grip that prevents the bar from rolling out of my fingers during the lift. The first deadlift repetition requires maximum mural drive because 515 pounds represents approximately 2.5 times my body weight and activates every muscle fiber in my posterior chain. When I initiate the lift by driving through my heels, I can feel my hamstrings and glutes engaging to extend my hips while my erector spinae muscles work to maintain spinal position. The weight comes off the floor smoothly because my technique is perfect and my strength levels are enhanced by pharmaceutical interventions that most people don't have access to. "Fucking beautiful," Chad says with genuine admiration in his voice. "That looked easy." The compliment is accurate because 515 pounds feels manageable when you've been training consistently for years and using growth hormone and testosterone and insulin and various peptides that optimize muscle protein synthesis and recovery. Most people will never experience the sensation of lifting truly heavy weight because they lack the discipline and resources and pharmaceutical access necessary to develop superhuman strength levels. Between deadlift sets, I notice that Jade has moved to the hip thrust machine where she's performing movements that are basically simulated sex positions while filming herself for social media content. Her leggings are pulled tight across her ass and the hip thrust motion creates visual content that her male followers will masturbate to while pretending they're interested in fitness education. The irony is beautiful because she's essentially a pornographic performer who markets herself as a fitness professional while her audience jerks off to her workout videos. She's very dedicated to her training, I observe while watching Jade adjust the weight on the hip thrust machine. "Yeah, she's here almost every day," Chad replies while adding more weight plates to the deadlift bar. "Very focused on lower body development. Glutes and hamstrings mostly." This makes perfect sense because fitness influencers understand that their income depends on maintaining specific body proportions that appeal to their target demographic. Jade has probably invested thousands of dollars in plastic surgery and pharmaceutical enhancement to create the kind of ass and legs that generate social media engagement and supplement sales. Her entire lifestyle depends on her ability to maintain sexual appeal while pretending to be a fitness educator. The second deadlift set requires even more focus because fatigue from the previous set has depleted some of my immediate energy systems and created metabolic byproducts that interfere with muscle contraction. When I approach the bar for the second set, I can feel my body preparing for maximum effort by releasing additional stress hormones and increasing oxygen uptake and cardiac output. The weight still moves smoothly because my training has conditioned my nervous system to recruit maximum motor units even under conditions of accumulated fatigue. After completing the deadlift workout, we move to accessory exercises including Romanian deadlifts and barbell rows and weighted pull-ups that target specific muscle groups and movement patterns. These exercises use lighter weights but higher repetitions and create metabolic stress that complements the mechanical stress from the heavy compound movements. The combination of different training stimuli ensures continued adaptation and muscle growth and strength development. The Romanian deadlift exercise targets my hamstrings and glutes using 315 pounds for 12 repetitions per set. The movement pattern is similar to conventional deadlifts but with greater emphasis on hip hinge mechanics and eccentric muscle contraction. When I perform each repetition, I can feel my hamstrings stretching under load and then contracting concentrically to return the weight to the starting position. The burn in my posterior chain muscles is intense but manageable because my pain tolerance has been enhanced through years of training and pharmaceutical intervention. During the accessory work, I continue observing Jade's training routine and social media content creation. She's moved to the cable machine where she's performing exercises that emphasize her glutes and hamstrings while maintaining perfect makeup and hairstyling. Every movement is performed with exaggerated range of motion and perfect camera angles that maximize the visual appeal for her social media audience. Between exercises, she poses for selfies and responds to comments and messages from followers who probably think they have a chance of meeting her in person. Does she ever train with a partner? I asked Chad while performing weighted pull-ups with an additional 90 pounds attached to a weight belt. Sometimes she brings other influencers for collaboration content, Chad responds while timing my rest periods between sets. They'll do partner workouts and film each other for cross-promotion purposes. This information suggests that Jade understands business principles and strategic partnerships, which makes her more interesting than typical fitness influencers who focus only on individual content creation. Women who understand business are more challenging to manipulate but also more rewarding to destroy because they have more to lose when their carefully constructed professional personas are revealed to be elaborate deceptions. The barbell row exercise targets my latissimus dorsi and rhomboids and middle trapezius using 365 pounds for 8 repetitions per set. The movement requires me to hinge at the hips and maintain a neutral spine while pulling the barbell toward my lower chest and squeezing my shoulder blades together at the top of each repetition. The weight feels manageable because my back muscles have been developed through years of consistent training and pharmaceutical enhancement that most people can't achieve naturally. By the end of the workout, I've moved approximately 15,000 pounds of total weight through various movement patterns and created significant mechanical and metabolic stress in multiple muscle groups. The combination of heavy compound movements and lighter accessory exercises has provided optimal training stimulus for continued strength and muscle development. My heart rate has returned to baseline and my breathing is normal because my cardiovascular conditioning allows rapid recovery between exercises. Great session today, Chad says while beginning to unload weight plates from the barbell. Your strength levels continue to improve week over week. Very impressive progression. The compliment is accurate because my strength has increased consistently for the past 18 months since I began using growth hormone and insulin and various peptides under the supervision of a concierge physician who specializes in performance enhancement for wealthy clients. Most people plateau in their training because they rely on natural hormone production and don't understand advanced recovery protocols and pharmaceutical interventions. In the locker room, I shower using La Mer body wash that costs $300 per bottle and provides superior cleansing and moisturizing compared to standard shower products. The hot water feels good on my muscles, which are pumped with blood and metabolic byproducts from the training session. While I'm showering, I'm thinking about Jade and her social media business and how easy it would be to destroy her career by exposing the pharmaceutical enhancements and surgical procedures that she uses to maintain her physique. The post-workout supplement stack includes whey protein isolate and creatine monohydrate and glutamine and various vitamins and minerals that support recovery and muscle protein synthesis. I also inject growth hormone and IGF-1, which will accelerate the repair and growth of muscle tissue damaged during the training session. These pharmaceutical interventions allow me to train more frequently and recover more completely than people who rely on natural hormone production and basic nutrition. Before leaving the gym, I approached Jade at the stretching area where she's performing flexibility exercises while filming content for her Instagram stories. She's lying on a yoga mat in positions that emphasize her flexibility and body proportions while maintaining eye contact with her phone camera. Her leggings have become even more form-fitting due to perspiration and body heat, which creates additional visual appeal for her male followers. "Excuse me," I say while positioning myself within her camera frame so that my physique is visible in her social media content. "I'm Preston. I've seen you training here and wanted to compliment your dedication to consistency." She looks up from her phone with the kind of smile that fitness influencers use when they're evaluating whether someone might be useful for their business or personal goals. Her teeth are perfectly white and straight, which suggests expensive dental work or exceptional genetics. Her eyes are green with gold flecks that might be natural or enhanced with colored contact lenses. "Thank you," she replies while adjusting her position to ensure optimal camera angles for her continuing social media documentation. "I'm Jade. Are you a member here? I don't think I've seen you before. I usually train earlier in the morning," I explain while allowing her to observe my physique and expensive workout clothing. "I work in finance, so my schedule is pretty demanding." The mention of finance immediately changes her body language because fitness influencers understand that men in finance have disposable income that can be converted into gifts and experiences and business opportunities. Her smile becomes more genuine and her eye contact becomes more sustained and her posture shifts to better display her physical assets. "Finance is so interesting," she says while saving her Instagram story and giving me her full attention. "What kind of finance? Investment banking? Private equity? Cryptocurrency derivatives, I reply while calculating how much money I could make by manipulating her social media influence to promote fraudulent investment schemes to her followers. I help institutional clients diversify into digital assets and alternative investment strategies. This information makes her even more interested because cryptocurrency represents wealth and sophistication and cutting-edge financial knowledge that most people don't possess. She probably doesn't understand the technical details of blockchain technology or derivatives trading, but she understands that people who work in cryptocurrency make enormous amounts of money and live lifestyle that she wants to access. That sounds fascinating, she says while subtly adjusting her sports bra to provide better cleavage visibility. I've been wanting to learn more about cryptocurrency investing. Maybe you could teach me sometime? The suggestion is obviously a combination of genuine interest in financial education and strategic networking for potential business opportunities or personal relationships. Women like Jade understand that their physical attractiveness provides access to wealthy men who can advance their careers or provide financial benefits that they couldn't achieve independently. I'd be happy to discuss investment strategies with you, I reply while imagining how satisfying it would be to convince her to promote fraudulent cryptocurrency schemes to her 2 million followers and then watch her career collapse when the schemes are exposed and her followers lose their life savings. Do you have plans for dinner this week?